We do know one team that's guaranteed to qualify for the EPC tournament, the Whitehall Zephyrs, because going into last week, they were a perfect 14-0 overall, 13-0 in East Penn Conference play. The storyline for the Zephyrs, though, going into the season's final week, can they complete the undefeated regular season campaign? They had a tough challenge against Easton last Friday. Cassie Schmidt was there.
Whitehall, the only undefeated team left in the EPC, taking on league opponent Easton at the Rovers' home court on Friday night. Zeps have only dropped a single set all season, but Easton trying to change that. The Rovers would take the early 8-3 lead thanks to 4 straight from Sam Rich, 3 of those aces. Whitehall would tie it up 8 different times, the largest lead for either team, only 2. Now with the score tied up at 29, Ryan Matz comes in the clutch with an ace of his own. Score now 30-29, and then Rich would be the one to finish it off with the tip. The Rovers taking a set from Whitehall, just their second of the year. Score 31-29 and Rovers ahead 1-0. Whitehall would bounce back after dropping that set, taking control of set 2 early on. Back-to-back kills from Dylan McGinley will give them the 8-7 edge. McGinley big in this set for Whitehall. He'd finish set 2 with 7 kills, an ace, and a block. His final to make it 24-19 Zephyrs. Then Herman with the finisher, taking set 2 25-19, and we're all tied up at 1. A back and forth set 3 will have Easton ahead for the majority. 2 kills from Matz and 1 from Rich makes it 13-11 Rovers. They'd be up by 3 points after the big block from Connor Wilson, but Whitehall would finish strong on a 6-2 run. Herman once again with the finish. Whitehall up now 2-1. Set 4 would be dominated by Whitehall right from the jump. Alex Corey with a big 4th set. Back-to-back kills makes it 5-3 Zephyrs, and just 7 earned Easton points in this one. Nick Molosky will have 2 aces to make it 20-7 Whitehall. Herman's kill will make it a 14-point lead, and he'd finish with 14 kills. And McGinley, the one sealing the deal for the Zephyrs, taking the 4th set 25-11, and the match 3-1.
First set, they came out, they were serving well. The first time we played them, they didn't serve as well as they did. So, I don't know if we weren't ready for it or just guys, we weren't passing the ball, and that's important. So it's easy to block us if we're not passing the ball. So, we took that loss in set 1 and just regrouped nice in the rest of the way. So I was happy for that at least.
Well, after that first set, we all kind of just came together and just really focused on passing and just getting the ball to Ricky, and Ricky does what he does, and now we just put it down and then we just went from there and just really focused.
After dropping just their second set of the season, the Zephyrs would rebound and take the next 3, getting win number 15 on the year. But the biggest thing that they're taking from this one is to make sure that the mental side of the game doesn't get the best of them. On the scene at Easton, I'm Cassie Schmidt for 2 Sports.
So the Whitehall Zephyrs now a perfect 15-0 overall, 14-0 in East Penn Conference play. As we take a look at the updated EPC boys volleyball standings, here are the 5 teams in contention for those 4 EPC postseason bids. As we mentioned earlier, we know Whitehall is in. They will get the number 1 seed. Emmaus at 12-3 in the driver's seat for the number 2, but they only have 1 game left. That is against Parkland. Meanwhile, the Trojans at 11-2 have Emmaus, Pocono Mountain East, and Whitehall still to go. And then Freedom and Liberty potentially jockeying for that 4th and final spot. And it just so happens that those 2 rivals set to meet on Friday. So if they take care of business leading up to that Friday showdown, that Friday game could mean the world for these 2 teams trying to get into the East Penn Conference tournament. Again, just 4 teams qualify. So somebody, a really good team, is going to be left on the outside looking in.
Should be an interesting final week of the season to see what we're talking about next week. Well, we're going to take a quick